Quiet. 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 Didn't you eat? Quit. Well, you're a lot of work this morning. What's going on with you? Hmm? You a lot of work. 504, 548. Oh. Let's see here. Coinbase went up overnight quite a bit. 12. Microsoft Authenticator. I gotta get another Authenticator, Otter. Everybody assumes you have a phone now and that you want to tie it to your work or whatever. notifications. Settings notifications. What? We're live? Time flies. Okay. Market open. Coinbase up.
Morning.
Morning. I got the weirdest screen on Thinkorswim. It says P&L for the day, and it lists this negative $2,500 number, but the stock's higher than what I bought it for. I don't really get everything they do in Thinkorswim still to this day.
Maybe there's some weird margin requirement that you have now.
Yeah, it's very, very strange. What are you looking at?
Oh, just getting the charts up here. It's like everything's higher today. Everything's kind of green across the board. Man, Bitcoin, dude, did you see that?
No, I don't have that much of it. I was meaning to buy more, and I didn't do it.
Yeah.
But Coinbase, I got Coinbase and I got Marathon. So
Sympathy rallies there, yeah.
looks like I'm going to sell a couple calls on Workday at 315. What was it before the? Yeah, I'm going to sell them at 315. Keep that money.
So let's do some zooming out here. Quick oil and made a new high this morning.
Oil did?
Well, took out the high yesterday at least. Let's see, and then gold is kind of charging on its way up still in this trend, this uptrend.
Workday earnings was pretty good.
Buying global. We've got a big order in oil at 79. Looks like that's the target. S&P.
Oh, looks like oil surged at the open here.
Yeah. I'll need to pull back to get long that though. I'd like it to come back to at least 77.70.
I sold these 315 calls on Workday and instantly sorry I did that because it's going up quite a bit here. That's all right.
Well,
Caps my profit, but it's at 303, so I have calls that are sold at 315. So we've got a little room between now and Friday.
how's our friend Nvidia doing today? Take a look.
You know, it's funny. I
And
totally forgot about
and he's up 3% again.
Palo Alto went up.
Surged overnight, but kind of came back at the open.
What's that?
Palo Alto.
Oh, okay.
And Nvidia, surprisingly down a little bit. Down to 93.
Yeah, it's got a lot of digestion to do around 800 here, I think.
Fairly small opening range so far. About 5 points on the S&P right now.
Just looking at 5 points, huh?
5 points on the S&P, yeah. When it has a small opening range like this, that usually means it's gonna make a big move.
Wow, Macy's is closing 150 stores.
I guess you can't just win with service, huh?
Service and poor selection, you mean? Have you been in one of their stores? It's like, wow, do you have this in my size?
I
No.
walk through it. I mean, I really don't go to malls anymore, man.
Yeah, exactly.
I go to the mall, I go to the Apple store.
Yeah, I asked him about do you have this shirt in my size? Oh, no, that's the only one we have. It's like, okay, it's an extra small. I don't think that'll fit.
I'll try it while I'm here on S&P.
I'm gonna try and roll one of the Coinbase calls up. Oh man, I'm a stock owner until September, according to these calls now. See Micron?
No, I haven't. No, what's it doing?
They're up 250, which I mean it's not $2.50. So they're at like 92 now. I don't know what's going on with semiconductors in general, but if you sell semiconductors, you're doing well. Yeah, Workday, it says I lost $1,500. It's like, no. No, I'm looking at this. I didn't.
Yeah, sometimes it's got some weird thing with the. Do you trade it after hours or anything?
I did trade it after hours. I bought it like 293, a couple hundred shares. Now it's 299, and it says I'm losing money. It's like,
Yeah.
new math.
Well, sometimes when you do that after hours, it's like subtle, right? So they have to. It looks negative until it goes through all the way.
I guess. Maybe they booked it as a loss yesterday. At least the P&L for year to date shows positive, so that's good. Dude, Google cannot do anything right. Did you see that thing about how their AI generation was black-facing things and stuff like that?
I saw Elon Musk tweeted about it.
Oh, okay.
He was reposting a tweet about if you had to misgender somebody or a nuclear war would happen, would you like asking it like impossible questions? And then we come back with, well, then you have to misgender Who's that famous transgender person? Jenner.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's not working. Try again here in a minute.
Palo Alto surged quite a bit overnight. Too bad I didn't hang on to that.
Yeah, 3%.
Yeah, that would have been huge. I could try some calls here if I can get an entry. Call at 300. No, it's retreating now in the 1 minute. So missed that one. It's not exactly a picture perfect entry anyway here. Well, Workday's stuck at 300 now, so it went down $8 on earnings. Yeah, the problem with Google is they get surprised by stuff and they have no idea how to do marketing either. And it's kind of a weird situation.
Hey, Dad. Daddy?
I entered the year with a big loss from Coinbase last year, like $5,000 loss or something. Now I'm up 3,300. Just trading it on earnings, fixed the loss and some.
I think Coinbase, I mean, since its IPO, really got unfortunately tied to Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Bitcoin price, and even though like most of its earnings come from trading revenue, from fees, on trades.
Yeah.
So it's I don't know. I guess you could make the leap that maybe people don't trade Bitcoin when the price is down, but man, Nasdaq, jeez, it is lying down now.
Oh, is it? Well, I'm short Apple still. I think I have negative deltas. What have I got here? No, I'm slightly long. Oh, because I sold some put credit spreads. Yeah, those are getting challenged right now. If Apple loses 180, I've got a problem.
Yeah, we'll see if Nasdaq's able to hold on to this low here, because there's not a lot below this in terms of market structure, so I've kind of been trading in this upper volume node, kind of above 5,050 in the S&P, and so if it loses this low, it could go down pretty far. Otherwise, it's a great buying opportunity.
Otherwise. I think I'm going to fold up Workday while I got a profit. I'm going to run away, run away.
Looks like the delta's flipping here. See if the buyers take over at this level here. I'm Kind of small on the NASDAQ here.
All right, I'm out of work day. That was a little $1,000 overnight. It's not worth hanging on to that anyway. Staying in there. I almost took a position on it to make more. It's like, wait a second, that's not what that trade was. That was an earnings trade. Amazon's getting nicked a little bit. Not much. What were they up yesterday? That's not much. Don't get excited about that. Netflix touched 600, I think. That is, I think, a new high. Let's wait to see. Netflix. Netflix is crazy to trade. Yeah, 600.01. Overnight gets to 600.01.
There's your roundy theory right there. I'd like to be the
Yeah.
guy that bought it at that 01 price.
Those numbers, I'm telling you, those you got to respect those numbers, because when it hits those levels, 750, 800, there's different things that go on. Yeah, nobody wants to be the next buyer.
Well, I think also like the options are priced at those levels, right? So people that are,
Yeah,
they have to hedge those prices, market makers, right? So they have to kind of buy or sell the stock at those levels.
yeah, there's a lot of weird dynamics that go on right around those numbers.
So if it could go in the money, then they would need to actually buy the hedge or whatever, right?
I always have to think about it, but yeah, if you're buying right at that level, they have to do something to be able to hedge it. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, how much do they hedge anything that's not in the money?
I don't know. They pretty much have like a playbook they have to follow, I would guess.
Yeah,
Right.
Some risk management formula.
Yeah. So there's somebody upstairs watching things, then there's the guy that's actually doing the trading probably. I wonder how that does work now, because everything's on computers. They don't really.
I'm sure it's all automated, yeah.
I think they trade some things like open crier still, like SPX is still traded in the pit or something. I don't know.
Alright, come on, NASDAQ, let's go. Yes, there we go. Come on.
Arms down $5. That's not
Buyers
a
are
lot.
taking over.
What is?
The buyers are taking over here.
Nvidia's dropped $10. It's down at 780 now.
Let's see if they can bring this back up to the open here. contract. Okay, I can't lose on NASDAQ. If I go all the way back up to the open, would be great. It looks like it just opened and then completely sold off right from the get-go.
Yeah, and now it's going back up.
Down $50 on my S&P trade here. Need that to go
So
up like another dollar here.
looks like a NASDAQ margin is about 20,000.
Yeah, and then MNQ.
So what is MNQ is like a tenth of it, right?
Yeah. Yep.
And so what do you get per point on MNQ?
50 cents.
50 cents per point. So it's got to be $5 on NASDAQ then per point?
On Bitcoin, yeah. But it moves fast.
Yeah, I can see that.
You can.
I'd have to have a computer.
You have a lot of leverage on it.
Yeah, I'd have to have a computer help me trade that, or I would probably trade the micro too. Because if I just bought just now, I already lost a pretty good amount. No, not really. Wait, you said
I'm long
50 cents a point, so 17,956. Oh, you're doing well.
Yeah, I mean, you have to buy it when the selling is when the selling is hard. You have to buy selling pressure.
Yes.
And you have to sell buying pressure. So it is very scary to trade futures in that way. And then if you're wrong, then you just let it take your money. But on Delta again, I can tell when the buyers are coming in because I know when the order book has more buyers on it than sellers. So wait for it to sell down to that position and then wait for the order book to flip so there's more buyers, and I just buy with the buyers. Essentially.
Mm-hmm.
That's something that, try to find that opening range low and then sell the opening range high. Or sell the opening range high and buy the opening range low, but haven't really been shorting. I haven't been any interested in shorting any of the indexes. I kind of dabbled with that last week when things were starting to go down, but
Man, that's got to be so fast. I don't think I could keep up with it.
yeah, you have to use limit orders.
You're pretty much you're gonna have to put in the order with a bracket or whatever.
Oh yeah, it's all OCO orders, yeah. So put in a limit order and then the stop and the targets are put in automatically. So this is not looking good for, I'm going to bail on this, I think.
Looks like it turned around at 17,971
Yeah, it's not.
or something.
A lot of weakness, man. The last couple of days, the S&P has just been weak as hell. It's like it's trying to kind of like clean up some of that big, it had that gap update with NVIDIA earnings.
Yeah, it can't go up forever. I mean, it's just not possible. I know it's un-American to say that, but a healthy two-sided market is a good thing. But
yeah, it's like trying to clean that up right now, right? So it's like that's kind of what this whole week's been about so far is that pullback. And of course, you want to be a dip buyer, especially if it can't fill that gap. And that's a sign that the buyers are strong, right? If it fills that gap, then you get, you can go back to two-sided trading. But right now, they ain't even getting close to that gap. The gap starts at 52. So that's the low you gotta watch out for. If that breaks, then we could go all the way back down 35,000.
yeah, so the ES is 50.78 right now.
Yeah.
So it's up a ways, although it's down tiny on the day. But basically, these indexes are just sitting there.
It's right on top of its open right now, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's trying to, most of the volume again comes in this first hour, right? So we're in
Yeah.
the first half hour. So usually the first half hour is either sell, and then the second half hour is buy, right? And that's how they start the positioning, right? So they sell it down for half an hour, and then they buy it up for half an hour, and then it makes this real move.
So
Yeah, it's
natural gas per contract is about $3,600 a margin. And that pretty much every day has been the mover.
I'm sure it is. Sure it is. The Widowmaker.
Yeah, it's up 3.5%.
Maker.
See,
Yeah, man.
I don't know what you get per point on that.
I don't know either. I have to look at the contract specifications, but
Yeah,
I've farted around some natural gas because again, it's got that low margin, right? So when I was trading futures originally, I was trading them on TD Ameritrade, and they have the full margin requirement, right? They have the full maintenance requirement. So now I'm using a discount broker who, like, for the margin requirements for MNQ are $100. And they're probably like $1,000 on TD Ameritrade. The difference is that you can't hold it overnight, so it's just day trade margin.
yeah, and I don't think stuff like that you're going to want to hold overnight. I've done that before with index contracts, and I remember my first time I lost like $7,000 doing that, and thought, why am I doing this? I just held on to it for days. I was swing trading it, and I thought, no, it's not going to stay up this high. It's got to go back. And that was when I thought mean reversion was a real strategy. And it's like you got to have deep pockets if you want to play that game.
Yeah, that's why options again, because you can hedge that, right? Effectively. The another strategy I was thinking about is if it gets down to this opening range low and order book flips and it looks like it's going to hold, that the sell put spreads essentially, vertical put spreads below, the opening range for like, same day, 0 day. We'll just let them decay.
I'm back into Palo Alto.
But yeah, a lot of the trading I'm doing is very directional, so
Yeah.
it ain't easy. It's really, honestly, it all just comes down to risk management and how good you are at just taking that loss when you're wrong.
Right. Yeah, you stick to your plan. While you were talking, I bought 200 shares of Palo Alto. Thought
Is
about
that
doing.
going to be the stock of the day? Is that going to be the?
It has been so far.
Recommendation.
It has been so far.
What did we call that the other day? Was the guacamole trade? Guac trade of the day?
Guac trade. Oh yeah. Yeah, unfortunately I don't think it'll be a guac trade today because the avocados are over ripened and really not edible today. So no guac trade today.
Not to be brought to you by guacamole. It's gonna be brought to you by Folgers.
Yeah, I'll tell you one thing is I'm not hanging on to this Palo Alto if it turns around. That's no thanks.
Is anybody watching your stream right now?
Oh, I don't know. How do you tell?
We say hi to all the people watching out there.
Yeah, I gotta get like a real backdrop and stuff.
Free advice here. Pan W.
Well, I only tell people what I'm doing. I don't make recommendations. So
Oh right, yeah.
yeah, not a registered investment advisor.
Pan W's got a blue sky breakout going on here.
What does?
Palo Alto, it's going above its
Oh yeah,
above its overnight high.
yeah.
Dude, it's probably charging back to.
Yep. So once it gets once I get $1,000 of profit in here, I'll buy another 100 shares. Or look at maybe doing something with an option. But the options for this week, what is it, Tuesday?
Oh, man, the S&P, dude, it's just been so weak these last couple days. There's just no bid whatsoever.
Well, it's strong, but it's weak. It's not moving anywhere, but it's not losing its level. So I think that's pretty strong, actually. But
I think it's going to be another one of these slide off the edge days again. Based on what I'm seeing, probably just people shorting rallies again. We'll see, because they can't even get back to the open right now. NASDAQ, on the other hand, is back to VWAP at least.
so there's a drug company called TARS, and I've never really done that much with biotech methodically, but I bought 300 shares of that so far, and my big hope is that I'm going to identify the next big biotech, and buy it and have 100 shares at $20 and just sit there, and then Pfizer buys it for 200 2 years later or something. That's what I'm looking for, those biotech gems. I don't know how to do that, but all right, Palo Alto looking to get up here about 1,000 in profit almost. So when it does, I'll buy another 100 shares. Just keep piling in.
Okay, hey, look at that. Consumer confidence is strong.
That was overdone.
This could be the one.
Oh,
Right.
they published a number just now.
8 o'clock, yeah. Let's see. Consumer confidence. Oh, it's actually weak. 106 versus 114 expected.
Well, shh! Don't tell
Short-term
Palo
rally
Alto.
Market, whatever that means. All right. Well, I took my profit target on Nasdaq, and my S&P trade's now green. Can't lose money on that one. Not a bad day. Up 400 on Nasdaq, and just barely green on S&P right now.
All right, so now I have 300 shares of Palo Alto.
Oh boy, Chris, this is good because this gets me. My account's now at 26.62, so I've got now enough on this account to make a withdrawal. So I gotta not fuck it up. I can get my first payout if I don't fuck it up.
Well, I had to dump the Palo Alto stock because it reversed pretty hard, so I only made $400, but that was a quick trade.
Yeah, you day trading it?
I didn't mean to. I thought I was taking a position, but no. Yeah, I had it for 5 minutes.
If it comes back to, in my estimation, if it comes back to 319.80, I would buy it again.
It's reversing right now, so it's pretty much just getting flopped around by computers. So
Well, yeah, I mean, no one wants to buy the all-time high. They just want to, or not the all-time
well, it's
low,
not
but
the
recent
yeah, it's
high.
not the all-time high because the all-time high is about 390 or something.
Yeah, so just wait for it to come back to the opening range volume there.
Well, I have to wait for a real entry now on the indicators if I'm going to be good and do a trading plan kind of thing.
I just pulled up on my OR chart here. See, so yeah. It's definitely, it's at the top, it's actually at the top of the OR right now. The OR is still going.
So on the 1 minute I have an exit signal, but a lot of times it'll give me a couple minutes of exit and then it'll start getting pumped again. So I don't have an indicator that allows for a re-entry. I only have indicators that allow me to enter. So I don't have any sort of methodical re-entry. So in 20 seconds, get a new bar on the 1 minute. If you'd told me I'd be trading on 1 minute charts a few years ago, I would have said no, I don't do that. But you know, if you can make $400 in 5 minutes just sitting here playing video games, I guess you're gonna do it.
That's my strategy.
Yeah.
I trade on 5-minute candles primarily.
5 minute.
Yeah.
All right, on the new
boy.
bar, it went green. Trying to go back up, but looks pretty weak. I think it's gonna
Take a look at
retreat.
Gold here in a second.
Gold.
Gold had a spike and now it came back down.
Looks like it's level on the day.
Yeah. Buy this opening range low. I'm gonna put in a small 2-lot micro order right at 20.4340. Where all the buyers were, because I can see where the buyers bought last time.
Did CrowdStrike have earnings? That's not till next week. Huh. It's up $7. I already have CrowdStrike. The call that I had on it rolled way out to January of 2026. I might have to just dump this and get out of the way. It doesn't have any notion of staying low or retreating.
Was there a move in the dollar? Oh, I gold on at that move. Let's take a look here.
So just looking at all the future stuff, everything's pretty flat except for natural gas and gasoline and corn. Corn and oats had a little bit of a move.
Okay, I just got filled on my gold trade. Let's see if it hangs on to this range here. 2-lot micro. So, oh, I already got filled. Got my first contract out, so can't lose now. Went down, touched that low, came right back up. Okay, and target. Let's go for 2053. Let that bake all day here. Crude oil. Should have bought that little pullback. But man, fucking S&P, dude.
Well, so Palo Alto's retreating pretty good on the 1 minute. I'm going to get some coffee because I don't think I'll miss anything.
Sure. Do the same thing.
How you doing, Otter? How you doing, Otter? I haven't looked at Tesla for a while. What are they? 203? Okay. Apple going back up, 181. Google just sitting there, embarrassed that it does stupid things. Netflix back to 600. Cloudflare's a $100 stock now. That might might be worth a buy over here. Yeah, I got some money. Let's do that.